All right, I'm gonna
F
start
final.
over. Take
All right.
2.
Click.
Clamp. Yo. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Chandrae, and I have one of my closest friends here with me today on my first episode of my Vodcast.
Vodcast, baby.
Yeah,
baby.
I got my dog, Huff, here with me. Joshua Huff. He's here in the building, and we're just going to have a chat.
Yeah,
I got
man.
Huff here today because that's my homie, and he's like one of the few people I know who is authentically himself at all times, like around whoever, and he makes me laugh. So I don't think we met each other working at the bookstore in college. In community college.
Yikes.
State college.
Shout out, yeah, state.
Fancy.
Let's give FSW some
credit. Bro, forget them.
I'm dead.
So
Bet.
but we met each other in the bookstore.
Like what, 5 years ago? Chandrae came in. She had blue hair at that point, looking like Marge Simpson or Coco, depending on what generation.
I look like a palm tree.
A
cartoon palm tree.
Time's crazy, because it doesn't feel like 5 years ago by any means. Certain little common interests, something like SpongeBob, brought us together. And then
God.
Exactly. Yeah, amen.
Jesus.
And then all these things kind of came together, and our friendship has thrived.
Yeah.
Even if we don't talk to each other or see each other as much as we used to, maybe 5 years ago or whatever that looks like, the relationship and the connection's still there in terms of the friendship, I feel like.
There. All right, I'm just going to ask you a couple random personality questions first. Yeah. Favorite Disney movie?
Oh, shoot. Goofy movie.
A Goofy movie?
All day.
Okay.
The Goofy movie is so fire that it can't not be the best Disney movie. A Goofy movie where they go camping and freaking high dad soup, and Max tells Goofy, I don't want him. He's growing up, and Goofy's like, I know, I just want to be a part of your life. And then you cry, and I cry, and she cries.
In the car?
Yeah, bro. And they're about to go down the waterfall.
You remember Goofy was like...
Yeah. Bro, you gotta put that. That's a screen cap on my phone, and I'll send it to my buddies in terms of reactions and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
It's great stuff.
Favorite TV show?
Oh my god.
Right now.
Oh my god. The Simpsons is my all-time favorite TV show by far. I love The Simpsons. I need it tattooed. Bro, there's so many inside jokes. So this is where friendship. All right, there's 2 levels to friendship. If you have a lot of inside jokes, you have a really dope friendship.
Yeah.
On a serious note, I think friendship or any relationship in general is dictated by the amount of vulnerability in the 2 parties. And it's very important to say because, I really think of those 5 years and, places that we've both been at. We've been at valleys.
Yeah.
Valleys. The mountains are up there. Maybe someone lives in Colorado. There ain't no down here in Colorado.
At least our valleys are like...
yeah.
We're good
valleys.
We weren't in the trenches.
We were, no trench. No, yikes, I don't want to be in no trench. Us friends and we got together to watch the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which is wrestling, of course.
Yeah. With
no crowds being allowed at any shows. The WWE just set up a bunch of ladders around the ring, so they probably had 20 of them. So every time we would get bored, we would be like, yo, imagine the ladders reacting to everything. And they're set up ladders, so just them flapping back and forth. You had to be there. Have to
imagine a ladder.
Bro, that's
this.
Yeah, yeah, they get distraught, they clamp up and fall ladders got
up.
feelings too. Like a dolphin. Bro. I'm dead. Yes. Great content. Like and subscribe, everybody.
Meanwhile. We're gonna play a little family feud.
Survey said.
Steve Harvey walks in the room. So Steve Harvey walks in the bar. Finish the joke.
That's my Steve Harvey face impression when you watch Family Feud and someone says something sexual and they're like, sex, and he's just looking back and forth like an idiot. That's my impression of that. It's always something sexual too, bro. Something's up with that.
What?
On Family Feud.
What's your favorite number?
7.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
Or it could be a pickup line. Be the one you give me.
Dead.
Looks at watch. Doesn't get her number.
Oh, look at the time.
7.
Let me look at these numbers. I think I know when your birthday is. September 30th.
Close.
29th.
There you go. Close. Chandrae's is December 18th.
Close.
Damn. 17th.
22nd.
Close. Whatever.
Favorite fast food restaurant?
God, Taco Bell. Until I died. Taco Bell is like, we're talking valleys and mountains. Like, Taco Bell's above the mountain, and then the mountain, and then the valley. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about
Taco Bell.
that junk, bro.
Oh,
Like,
God.
it's bad. It's actually a problem. I don't know if they have TA, but
What's TA?
Taco Bell Anonymous.
Oh,
Yeah.
Taco Bell
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Enemy.
Anemone.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk. I'm dyslexic with my speech.
What's your middle name?
Joseph.
I did not know that this whole time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, she learned something. You learned something. Hell, I learned something. I didn't even know my name was Joseph.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm dyslexic from the speech.
The Lord named you. They changed your name.
Hello.
You're no longer Joshua.
Nope, you Joseph.
Favorite sit-down restaurant?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Taco Bell? It's like, yeah, like.
Would you really like to sit in Taco Bell and eat Taco Bell?
Bro, I've been doing that since like
I know, but
I was 14.
There's nothing better you like?
Have y'all ever been to the Taco Bell Cantina in Orlando?
Oh, God, I don't even know what that is.
It's a sit-down Taco Bell that sells alcohol. I've never been, but I'd love to go.
It says favorite book, but
Man.
we don't read.
I'm illiterate, so.
There's that. So there's
I'm
that.
also dyslexic when I read, by the way.
So I'm just dyslexic.
I'm not dyslexic, for the record.
Your favorite holiday?
Ooh.
Favorite holiday?
Ooh. Reggie? Probably Thanksgiving, bro.
Thanksgiving is mine.
It's like football and eating.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and
that's
family.
rad, man.
Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Depends on my mood. Be specific.
All right. So,
Like-
scenario. Hot day. Summertime. 15-year-old Josh.
Oh, jeez.
Favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh, my God. Sherbet for some reason.
Sherbet.
Sorbet. I believe it's spelt sorbet.
Sorbet.
Why is it sorbet? Is it sorbet or sherbet?
It's
Who
like,
is wrong?
It's like buffet.
Buffet?
So it's sherbet, but sorbet.
Oh,
it's
it
like
took us away.
the French ET thing.
I miss buffets.
Hmm.
Does that mean sherbet? Well, they had sherbet at buffets.
Sherbet is good, bro.
Sherbet's fire.
Favorite song right now?
Favorite song? Ooh, that's toughy. We're gonna check
I
that.
know what song I like.
You go
So,
first.
IDK just dropped a new song with A$AP Ferg called Mazel Tov. That bit tough, bro.
Like
Like
TOUGH or TUFF?
Like TUFF.
Damn,
bro.
that's tough, bro.
Dang. If I could
If
I could say it's tough, that's tough.
Tough. So I guess I could say two. I like all kinds of music. I'm a purveyor of
That's
anything
another
that
thing.
sounds very good.
That's another thing we like agree on.
Preferences, I understand. I'm not gonna say I love hee-haw, hippity-dee-dah. I'm gonna go drink a beer and ride my tractor country music. But
Mhm.
like, if people vibe with that and there's a melody to it and people worked on it, then that's art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
again,
got a few country songs on my phone.
bro, a couple of country songs slap.
Yeah.
Like bluegrass, dude. Bluegrass slaps.
Like
Like,
but,
you get that banjo,
when you're-
MF,
but it's
bro.
because you're a musician too. So like
Mm-hmm.
I think people who like we understand music and we played music in the past, like school,
Mm-hmm.
you play at your church. I just think it's a different vibe when you appreciate music and you've played all types. So like I played classical, I played jazz, so I love and appreciate the good sound of music. Like,
And when your ear is trained to listen to music differently, it's another
Yeah.
story.
yeah.
There's stuff I listened to in 8th grade, edgy rock music that I listened to in 8th grade that was very auto-tuned and produced. No, not even, like,
Oh.
just like radio rock. Just like, we're going to sing about beer and girls and rock and roll. And
You
this
know
is
what
me
I
playing
listened
an
to in middle school?
open D. Like,
Cut my life into
bro, that song
pieces.
slaps.
This is my last resort.
Did it?
Suffocation.
Did
No breathing.
Did
I don't
it?
give a-
Did
That
it?
song
Did it?
was so
Did it?
loud. What else was cool? Panic at the Disco.
I don't like Panic at the Disco.
Oh man, no. It's just one song, bro. Just one song.
Nah, I don't have with it.
What's the song where he's like?
They all sound the same.
But he found out his best friend is a whore. I know. Haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn
That might be.
It's time to face these other kinds of things.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the internet right here.
Haven't you people ever heard of
closing? Yeah, I write sins, not tragedies.
Yeah.
That album came out, and I
MTV.
was like in my edgy, this is girly, this is lame. Fall Out Boy was that band. Paramore was kind of that band for me. I grew up out of that. Paramore definitely slaps now.
I like that one song.
Oh. Yeah, that song slaps.
Yeah.
She don't play that no more.
Yikes.
They outgrew it. Ugh, growing up. So yeah, I guess to answer the question, what's my jam right now after all that? So the Midnight is one of my favorite bands. They are a synth wave band.
Favorite pizza topping?
Damn. Best pizza in the world, bar none, is ham, pepperoni, pineapple, jalapeno, extra cheese, garlic parmesan crushed, or parmesan something. There's a demographic that is shunning me right now about pineapple being on pizza.
Me.
I shun you back. Pineapple on pizza
I shun you back.
is great. This is my Donald Trump hand impression. I've only got one of them.
Here it goes.
We love pineapple on pizza,
like
don't we, folks?
We love pineapple on pizza.
We love it, don't we, folks?
Don't we, folks?
We love it. I happen to be eating pineapple on pizza.
I prefer pineapple on my pizza.
I think it's great. All the health professionals love it. I love it. You
let's
love it.
Let's send a pineapple pizza right now. Who's the nearby hospital? Who's the nearest hospital?
Throw it. You remember, bro, when Irma hit and he went to Puerto Rico and he threw the paper towels like a basketball to the
what?
Dude, like an idiot. It was so like, bro.
All right, let's move on.
What a goofball.
What are you afraid of?
Ooh.
You can go as deep or as shallow as you want there.
I'm on the deep end. Watch as I dive in. I'm afraid that if I watch A Star Is Born one more time, I'll cry.
Star Is Born?
Yeah, the Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga joint. I guess I'm always afraid of letting a person down, in a sense.
Yeah.
Just because I've always, like, kind of prided myself on wanting to be there for people, and then if I feel like I'm not, then I'm like, dang.
What's your favorite dessert?
Dessert? Man, if I have, like, gun to my head... I like all of them, bro. You know, you go to a wedding, I'm not going to get that one piece of cake. I'm going to get cake. I'm going to get cookies.
Which one are you reaching for first?
F.
I should say.
Depends on the cake. Like, if it's a marble cake, probably the cake. I'm Italian, so my family makes all these Italian Christmas cookies every year. I don't know what they're called, honestly. One tastes like licorice. I don't know what they're called. Again, I'm an insult to the Italian culture, but I'll eat their cookies, so it's good. I respect it. You know. What's your favorite dessert?
Cold cake or ice cream.
Cold cake.
Yeah, like I put my cake
I feel that
in the fridge.
Because then the icing gets like not like a rock, but like
yeah,
I get
it's not like
That's
soft.
Fire. That's fire.
But I also don't like icing at all. Like I take icing off my cupcakes.
Oof.
I'm
like
just there for the cake. My boyfriend doesn't like cake at all. I was like, how, bro?
My cousin's the same way. He hates cake.
How?
I don't know how either. Y'all are crazy if you're watching
weird.
this.
Isaiah,
all love.
You're crazy.
Isaiah, you're cool. You're my dog. But I just met him today, but you're crazy, bro. I love birthday cake ice cream, by the way.
I like Superman ice cream.
It's just vanilla, though. It's a lie.
It's so good, though.
But it's vanilla. It's the opposite of what pro wrestling is.
Huh?
Yeah. Pro wrestling's real.
Yeah.
Superman ice cream is fake.
Huh. Oh. Your most embarrassing childhood memory.
Yo. So, here we go. Story time. Get your popcorn ready. 5th grade, at my elementary school, there wasn't a set TV production team. It was just rotated amongst every single 5th grader in the class for like the day or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So I got the day that specific day. I was wearing a green Hawaiian shirt that I think we got from like JCPenney's or Bell's Outlet. And my duty was to read the lunch menu, I think, at that point or something like that.
And your choice of fruit cup.
I hated fruit cocktail, for the record. Imagine I look the way I do now, except without the fade, the bun, and I'm goofier looking, essentially. So I would say I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in 5th grade. I would call myself a goofball at that point. I don't remember the kid. I don't remember his name. If I saw him, I probably wouldn't even punch him in the face. I don't know what this kid said to me, but he said something really hurtful, and it upset me. Mm-hmm. So this kid upset me to the point where I started, like, crying uncontrollably. And then they're just like, all right, Josh, you're on in 10. So I'm, like, sobbing, like,
Aww.
And they put me on the news. So then they're like, all right, have fun. And I have to, like, read the effing news menu. Like,
what school were you at?
I was at Orangewood.
Oh.
The hood, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's a little hood. I was like, cheeseburger, fries. But I was like, cheeseburger, fries. Aww. I remember, like, in high school, too. I went to high school with someone I went to elementary school with, and like they brought it up, and they're like, hey, you remember when you like cried on the news? I'm like, yeah, that's great.
So I was like, I started modeling when I was 9 years old, like runway modeling. Mm-hmm. And my uncle, he put me in all of these shows he had, and it was really dope. I've been this height since about 4th grade. Literally been 5'6", like all my life.
That's crazy.
And I used to wonder why. I'm like, why everybody think I play basketball? Like, leave me alone. Like, cause Jit, you in the 5th grade and you're like 5'6".
Duh, bro.
Girl. My uncle also he was a band director at Dunbar High, so he had all of, a lot of his kids involved in the shows. But I'm like the only young girl that's 9 years old, that's 5'6", and that's wearing 4 to 5 6-inch heels. I remember telling these high school boys who are all like my older brothers now. Shout outs to Marcus. Shout outs to Roosevelt. You feel me, in the building. Marcus Bailey, Roosevelt Stewart. Okay. I told them they were like 15. They were in high school. They're like 14, 15, 16 years old. And they're like, oh, what grade are you in? I'm like, oh, I'm in 9th grade. I was in 4th grade at this time. And my cousin, Cliffany, shout outs to Cliffany.
It's a cool name, Cliffany. I'm here for it.
She overheard me talking to them. And they're like, what? They're like, you're in 9th grade? I was like, yeah. They're like, how old are you? I was like, 10. Oh, good job, Chandrae. 1 year older than your actual age. Cute. They was like, dang, you skipped some grades. They're like, yeah, you look old enough. They're like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I'm in, the boys think I'm cute. Idiot. Dummy.
Idiot.
So my cousin goes, Chandrae in the 9th grade. Like, no, she's not. She's in the 4th grade. I was like, all of my dreams of marrying one of these high school boys. It's over.
It's over. Way to go.
Thanks, Cliffany. Gosh.
We got to give a shout out to Shad Gaspard. He is a wrestler. Y'all may or may not have seen this. He was swimming with his son, and there were bad wave currents. I'm probably kind of butchering this story. So out of respect to him, basically, his last act as a father was saying, hey, son, push off of me and get to the lifeguard so he can save you. And then before the lifeguard could save Shad, the father, a wave took him under, and they tried to search for him for a few hours. They called off the search, and then his body ended up washing up on shore. Obviously deceased, unfortunately. So shout out to Shad Gaspard. He was in Crime Time. If y'all are WWE people, money, yeah.
Shout out to good fathers.
But good fathers, man. So if y'all into praying, pray for that family. That's another thing. It's not hard to practice kindness. More important thing, I think this is really important in general too, because the way we kind of consume content these days is very quick, and we kind of almost forget what we're consuming. Like, we're kind of binge eating it sometimes.
Yeah.
Case in point with the black man that got shot when he was kind of running and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, it was really big on social media last week, and now I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about it.
What I think it is, it's like, a lot of people who like say things, and nobody's about the actions.
The big thing that was the trend was, on his birthday, everyone walked 2 miles. And a lot of people did. I did it a day after, actually. And the reason why I did it a day after was this, because a lot of people were going to do it that day. And then, honestly, like 75% of those people, they're going to forget why they did it. Same with, like, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Like, that was more of a meme than, like, the intentionality behind let's donate and fight this.
Exactly. They were just doing it.
So practice these things every day. why do we have to wait for a tragedy to happen to have that reminder come up? This is something we should do as a common practice, especially with us. We're in our generation, right? And, this is the first thing I got really mad with the mod thing was I saw someone made a petition to get the people that shot him arrested. And the first thing I thought, I don't know if this is the right thing to think or the wrong thing to think, but I was just like, why do I have to sign a petition to have justice happen?
Right.
It doesn't feel right. The cool part behind that unfortunate truth is people like you, people like me, we're upset about it and we're pissed about it. And in those times of whatever you want to call it, conflict, that's when people can kind of rise up and be that demonstration of change in a sense. So better
preach, Josh.
Dang. So be that, you know what I mean, bro? Be the example. We're the new generation, the older generation that taught racism is kind of
me and
transitioning out. You know what I mean?
We talked about that today,
bro,
our families,
yeah, my family, I love my family, but their upbringing is more, on that conservative side. You know what I mean? And it's just different. It's just, we can't get mad at people for growing up in that era, but we're growing up in our era. So but if we want to be the forefront of change, we have to be literally
we have to be the example.
You got to be the front. You know what I mean? Forefront. The key word in there again is front. So
that doesn't mean I'm bringing home a white guy though, but
doesn't mean I will not bring home a black girl and or a Latina girl. I am single, ladies and gentlemen. My Instagram, by the way, HUFFLEUPAGUS, Hufflepugus with one S.
Follow my dog.
Follow my dog. And then while we're here too, something else I want to part with. Creative outlets are dope, especially if you're in a rut. If you're sitting listening to this and you're like, man, quarantine's getting to me. I don't know what to do. Make something, dude.
Yes.
What I personally like to make is music. You can follow it on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer.
SoundCloud.
I don't know what Deezer is, but it's on that. It's on Tidal. I'm with Jay-Z on Tidal.
Heck
and
yeah.
Jay Worth with a 0 for some reason. I don't know why.
Is it still on SoundCloud?
It's still on SoundCloud.
Jay Worth with a 0.
You can do the Apple Music though. The point is not so much plugging my music. The point is find something you're passionate about, artistically speaking rather, and just pursue it. And I think I've drinking this whole bottle of water. For the most part. Hold on. So y'all can get the Comedians of Wrestling podcast. They call it a 4D experience. That's what I call a 4D experience, so you can hear it. ASMR. And shout out Comedians of Wrestling podcast. If you're a wrestling fan, listen to it.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Post podcast. Shout out to my dog Ray Sean.
Who else are we shouting out?
I don't know.
God?
Shout out to I was going to say, shout out to Jesus.
Should we do that? Isaiah, do it for me, bro. If you're watching this, of course. I'm sure you are.
Shout out to Isaiah.
If you want a shout out, like and subscribe. We'll be happy to give you a shout out.
Thank you for joining me, Josh.
You're welcome.
Today was cool.
It's been a pleasure.
He's really been a good friend because I was not ready when he pulled up.
It be like that.
Here we are.
Nah, we're good, bro. It was a pleasure to be here. This was fun.
Hell yeah, brother.
All love, HH. Friendly reminder, Hufflepugus. 1 S for Insta, 2 S's for Twitter.
Yep.
Big Daddy Huffle for Snapchat that I don't really use that much anymore.
But you can hit him up.
But you can hit me up. I am single. Yep. Just like and subscribe the podcast, and then after that, follow me on everything and hit my DM and just be like, "Yo, are you just still? Inquire. Are you just figure it out?"
Serious inquiries.
If anything, I'll just be like, "No," but what's up?
If anything,
no,
but
I'll be honest.
We could still be friends.
We could still be dogs, DAWGS. Raggy. Yeah, we're stupid,
Rick
bro.
Flair dog.
Brilliant. Oh, Chandrae.